Hello, and thank you for joining us on Journey to Success. This program highlights the individual students at CSULB who are designated as President's Scholars. And these students must be California High School valedictorians or National Merit Scholar finalists in order to qualify for a full 4-year scholarship program. I'm Valerie Bordeaux, Director of University Outreach and School Relations and Director of the President's Scholars Program. And today I'm joined by Jennie Hurley, our Associate Director. The two President's Scholars we'd like you to meet today are Matt and Dakota. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome.
So we want to talk about your journey to success. And we thought we'd start at the beginning. So could each of you talk with us a little bit about what it was that inspired you or who it was that inspired you to begin making straight A's as early as you did? Matt?
That's a good one. I'd say the inspiration came pretty young. I have two older brothers. Both did really well in high school and college. They were actually valedictorian and salutatorian.
Smart family.
Yeah, so I kind of had some big shoes to fill. I also went to the same high school as them, so whenever I saw a teacher, they knew my last name and kind of assumed that I would be the same caliber as them.
Was that pressure on you?
It was a good pressure because my middle brother was salutatorian, so there was a chance that I could beat him and become valedictorian. So it's kind of a game in a sense.
Rivalry there.
Yeah, a little sibling rivalry. It was fun. It was worth it.
How about you, Dakota?
I think it just kind of started when I was pretty young. Like I remember being in kindergarten and you realize that there's positive response when you do well. So, you know, coming home and telling my mom and dad I got assigned to the Blue Eagle reading group was, you know, this big thing and they were excited and my teacher was excited. And so it kind of just progressed from there, I think.
So were your families involved in your academic experience? I mean, did they mentor you or coach you or cheerlead you or any of those kinds of things?
Yeah, mine was really involved, both of my parents and my brothers. With tutoring late at night, my dad would come home from work and help me with any science or math. And my mom would help me with math, sometimes English too. So they were pretty involved. Were you pretty similar?
I think, yeah, my parents have always been really supportive of me, but I was pretty self-motivated academically. So I think that, yeah, they always really wanted me to do well and they would help me with what they can. But it was, academically, it's pretty much like, okay, just, we'll give you the resources you need, but go for it. You're doing well so far.
So Matt's brothers were salutatorian and valedictorian. Do your brothers, sisters who were?
I have a younger brother, and he and I are very different. So I think our competition comes in a form of opposites. So it's always like, who gets to choose what music is played in the car today, and whatever that is. So I think I've always been a lot more academically focused, and he's just a little soccer star and a stud. So he's 18, and he's finishing going to be going into his senior year of high school. So
not the same type of competition that he had.
A little different. Yeah,
a little different, but it sounds like you were both pretty high achieving in your own rights as well.
Yes.
Now
That's
the
true.
name of the show, as Valerie had said, and you guys know that, is Journey to Success. So I have a question for you, which is, do you feel like you're a success?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a really good question.
I would say yes, but not to the point that I think that I'm finished.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes,
so
You're on a journey.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, success.
So right now I think that I am on the right track and I am proud of where I am now and a lot of the things that I have accomplished, but I also don't think that that means that it's time for me to just call it quits and be happy. Like I want to continually better myself and grow and find success in different ways.
Have you ever found yourself on the wrong track?
Yeah, that has happened a time or two, I think, and so that's where I'm very thankful for the family that I have had and that they gently put pressure on to kind of make good decisions. And I think that life, if we didn't make the wrong decisions, it would just, first of all, it'd be really boring, but that it kind of teaches us, I think, in the best way through experience, the right way to go.
What about you, Matt? Do you feel like you're a success?
I feel kind of like what Dakota was saying. I feel like I've had successes, but I don't know, I just want to keep striving for more, and this is definitely the beginning. I'm quite curious of what is going to be happening in the next year, 2 years, 10 years. So I just kind of want to just keep working hard and kind of get more successes as it's possible.
What's one thing that you feel that has really helped you to sort of stand out and feel more successful that you've done?
I'd say I was pretty excited when I got an internship with a Big Four accounting firm. That was one where after I got the internship and the job offer for full-time, they were telling me how they typically recruit individuals. They never do mass recruiting. They just try to pick out people like one by one who will fit the organization well. So that felt pretty good, and that was pretty nice to kind of get that after all the hard work and everything.
Yeah, and it's not something your brothers did before you, right?
It's
Like
something
you
new.
On your
did
own.
that all on
Something
your
new,
own,
exactly.
which is fabulous.
But Matt, you're on your way. You've got a job with the firm, and are you looking forward to it? What are you going to be doing?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be doing forensic accounting.
Forensic accounting.
So it's white-collar business fraud investigations. So pretty much private sector for white-collar investigations. So during my internship, we did a money laundering investigation. We teamed up with a law firm in LA, and we're investigating a bank for lacking money laundering controls and different systems. And that's just one type. So any wide variety of business fraud we look into.
So it's not like you're on the CSI crime scene with a little
Oh, no.
notebook doing the accounting on the side.
Yeah, no blood splatters, nothing of that.
Okay.
No guns or anything. So
That's good.
Your parents are probably glad to know that.
yeah, just my Excel spreadsheet, and that's about it.
So how about you, Dakota? What's in your future?
I would really like to go into the nonprofit sector. I think I'm a lot more motivated by giving back than I am by a paycheck. So knowing that I'm making a positive difference in someone's life is a much greater reward to me than some zeros on a on a check. So I don't really know exactly what that will look like yet. I would like to go back to Colorado, actually, where my family is. I like the mountains. Hopefully, I will always have a connection here, though, to be able to get my beach fix when I need to. But that's definitely my goal, to be doing something, hopefully, for a cause-based organization.
But you're not actually against the paycheck, right?
No,
Like you're
no,
okay
I
with the
do
paycheck?
understand that a nonprofit does need to make money.
Yes.
My marketing professors have ensured that I leave college knowing that, if nothing else.
And then what is something that you feel like was a success for you? Has been a success for you?
Actually, just this past summer, I, for the first time really independently, kind of took on a project that I felt made a big difference. So we were hit pretty hard by forest fires in Colorado, and I actually had just before that been in Oklahoma helping with tornado relief. And so when I came back and all the fires were happening, I really wanted to be able to do something that would make a practical difference, that I would really be able to support people. And so while I was in Oklahoma, I had kind of the idea of maybe restoring pieces of debris and turning them into art or something to sell to benefit victims that were uninsured. And
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. Man.
so when I was given the opportunity to work with a family that we knew who lost their home in the Black Forest fire and graciously opened up that part of their lives to me. And so my dad was really a big help in that, and I spent many a night in the garage sanding things down and painting and hammering and created art out of this the remnants of these homes, and then was able to sell it and raise over $3,000 for this family who was uninsured, which was awesome. Yeah, it was really
huge.
cool. Really
So
cool.
have you always had a sense of service to others that's coming out in terms of what you're talking about? What drives you? How did that begin?
I think it really began with my family. My parents have instilled that in my brother and I from when we were very young, and have put that importance on us. And I think my dad is involved in ministry, so that's been big. We've had a lot of people live with us as I was growing up that needed a place to stay. That was just the norm to me, and that's just what we should do. And we would serve as a family together at like a homeless shelter that was run through our church. And so just little things like that. I learned just really through experience that I liked doing that better than, I don't know, just working to make money. I felt like there was a lot more that I got out of it, and I learned a lot more and gained more perspective, things like that. Yeah.
So Matt, I know service is also a part of your life. Can you talk about ways in which you've felt like you've contributed, made a difference, given back?
Sure, I guess it's been a variety of ways, not as impressive as Dakota and like what her family has done. But I guess whenever I or my family have free time, we just like to volunteer, whether it's a religious organization, school, or just some club. I enjoy going to the homeless shelter to go and feed food and prepare food for them, and that's probably that one, and a hospital, children's hospital, local. It's always fun to go just play with the little kids or their brothers or sisters. So more any small thing that I could just find time for and go do is the type of stuff I like to do.
So what has service taught you about yourself?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. I don't know, I already said, I've learned that it's just a part of my identity, and that I find a lot of purpose in that. And I think that it's taught me a lot more about others than myself, though, if that makes sense. Well, like I had the opportunity to go to Uganda, Africa, and serve people there, and just getting to see that culture in that way, and through service really showed it wasn't like any kind of glamorous side of it, you know. So we really got to see the true colors of the people there, and I loved it. And learning seeing the joy that they had amidst what a first world country like us would say is nothing, they still felt like they had everything. And so that teaches us a lot. Or even working, like Matt said, at Miller Children's Hospital with these kids who, like, every piece of your heart just goes out to them, that like, why would they have to go through this being so young, but still they're so happy and just having fun. So I think that there's a lot of lessons to learn from other people.
So you're getting as much as you're giving, it sounds like. It sounds like you've learned that.
Definitely. It opens up your eyes, and then kind of just makes you step back, kind of like she said with the kids. It's so sad to see, I mean, anywhere from a 2-year-old to maybe 8, 10 with some type of cancer or leukemia of some sort. It's so saddening, but they come in with a smile, they want to play with you, they want to go play foosball. It's kind of like, wow, I don't know how they do that. It's pretty impressive, pretty amazing.
That's great. You guys have both had some great opportunities and great experiences kind of giving back.
Travel. You went to Uganda, and you?
Yeah, I've had 2 trips to Russia. Excuse me. I've done 1 quick trip with a professor on campus and some students, and then the year after that decided to go back, and I lived there for a couple months with families.
Hold that thought, because we want to learn more about your travel experiences along your journey to success. We'll be right back.
You always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thanks, Mom and Dad.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
All the preparation, the training, it all comes down to this.
To be a winning team, you have to work like a winning team.
We have a job to do out here today.
Some people think it's about muscle, but it's really about heart. A lot of heart.
My team depends on me.
And my team is 50,000 strong. Looks like a lot of work's going into this.
Is what it feels like to be part of a team.
A winning team.
The action team.
Get in on the action at actionteam.org. Are you in?
Welcome back to Journey to Success. We're here with Matt and Dakota. And Matt, when we left, we began to talk about your experiences in Russia. So why Russia? When Russia? What'd you do in Russia?
It was couple interesting trips, I'd say. It was kind of spur of the moment when I switched my major in college. I decided to start studying languages. My dad's like, do you want to go on a study abroad trip? And I'm like, oh, well, the professor's going to Russia. I had a lot of fun there, and then I decided, hey, why not go back and live there, get a whole new different experience, immerse myself. And it was a full immersion, living with a family and just traveling all around, just trying to grasp the language and such a different culture was just a lot to take in.
Were there any surprises, anything that happened that was totally unexpected or memorable, most memorable moments there?
There were some unexpected ones. Living at the house with a family, while they were gone grocery shopping or something, I managed to blow a fuse in their electricity. So I was looking around for their fuse box. I was pulling things out because I knew if I could just flip the fuse, get it on, everything would be back to normal.
Because that's the way you do it here.
Exactly. So I was hoping that you could do that too. But I couldn't find it. So then I had to call them. They're speaking really fast in Russian. It wasn't going too well. Luckily, I found it before they got home, so they walked in with they opened the door, the lights were on at least. And I was just sitting there on my bed. I'm like, phew, that was kind of close. Don't want to. I think I went for a walk and just kind of stayed out for the rest of the day after that one. Yeah.
All right.
Were there any sort of perceptions you had of Russians or Russia that, were changed after your experience?
Somewhat. You can really see a generation gap. The older generation is used to the Cold War times and then when the Soviet Union fell. And then the younger generation is really trying to embrace new, not capitalism, but I don't know, a younger thinking. It's no longer the Soviet Union. So I was surprised to see that gap and then to experience both sides of it.
Did you have a sense of what they felt about you as an American? Did you sense that there were any preconceived notions about you, a young, talented American young man?
I didn't sense it. They told me. They tell you straightforward.
What did they say?
They said I looked like a soldier because I keep my hair clean in the back. They normally let it kind of grow kind of long and scraggly in the back. They said I smile too much, I guess, and that they don't like American yogurt. Because I would always eat yogurt with breakfast.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
they're pretty straightforward, which was it's refreshing though.
So is there Russian yogurt, or there
no,
just is no
imported.
yogurt? Okay.
It was imported.
They don't like American yogurt.
No.
That's interesting. I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So Dakota, tell us a little bit more about your travels, and especially in Uganda, and meeting with the families and the students. I mean, what was the impact on you and them, do you feel?
Gosh, I could talk forever about my trip to Uganda. It really was life-changing just to get to go to such a different culture. It was fun though, too, just to get to hang out with the kids there who just anything is fun to them. So we had like bubbles that we would blow, and it was like just 100 kids would flock to you if you were blowing bubbles.
They've never seen the bubble blower before?
I don't know, maybe not, but it was,
bubbles.
Yeah, we might as well have been doing a magic show because it was just the coolest thing. And, I remember they were fascinated with the way that I look, kind of like how Matt was saying, with his hair, but they, a lot of like the small kids had never seen a white person, let alone a girl with straight blonde hair. So I remember like this little girl was trying to braid my hair, and she was getting so frustrated because it wouldn't stay in the braid. And so she called like all of her little friends over, and they were all trying to braid it, and I ended up with some crazy knots in my hair after that. And because it was summer there when I had gone, and so my skin was like kind of red from all of that, and so they'd push my skin and would see that it would turn white when they would push it, and they thought that was just crazy. So then there's all these little kids just pushing my skin, trying to see the color, seeing the color change. So just little things like that are fun, interactions and the games we got to play, and we like gave out eyeglasses, and so getting to see someone see for the first time is that if you have not seen that, it's a pretty cool experience.
What was it like? I mean, what was
to see that experience, it was, well, I remember like this one particular man. We had a lady on our team, Tracy, who was like running our little eyeglass shop. And so he came in and she let him try on, and it was the very first pair. And they had a Bible that they like were showing so that he could see like if he could read it. And he just immediately started crying and was like laughing and happy. And it was just a really cool thing to think that something so
take for
small to us. And we can go get eyeglasses at the dollar store. And for them, it was just, you would just think you had no idea what it was like to actually be able to see. So that was a pretty cool experience.
It's a really standout moment.
It was,
Who did you go with? Was it a group of doctors and like eye people, whoever? Or?
I went with my church that I was involved with here, and so we did medical outreach while we were there. So,
that was
we
that part.
we had a few like trained nurses on our team, and a doctor who was able to like bring a lot of medical supplies with us, and he's the one who was able to bring all of the eyeglasses. And then we were all kind of there to just help and assist. So like Tracy, she just ran the eyeglass store. And that's not what she does here, but she was able to do that there.
Okay.
It was really cool.
That's impressive.
You guys had some great experiences, it sounds like, and I know you work really hard here, so I want to know, what do you do to relax? What do you do for fun?
Different things,
Is there relaxing? Is there fun? There's got to be a little fun and relaxing.
You know what they say about all work and no play.
Not fun. Not fun. Well, when school's over or work's over, I kind of like to go to the gym, kind of just get all the stress out, and then go home and just cook for an hour or half hour. So that's kind of, I don't know, I can just chop vegetables for a while, and it kind of just is relaxing, kind of soothing me.
Chop vegetables for a while. That's a cooking form?
Oh, chop, not drop. I'm sorry.
Drop vegetables for a while. That was new to me.
Not on the ground. Not on the ground. Yeah.
He always posts these super fancy pictures on Instagram of all of these meals that he's making with his girlfriend, and every time just like, back to the dining hall I go.
Where's our invitation? We want a meal.
We'll have a barbecue soon.
What's your favorite meal to cook?
Recently, anything fresh. We like going to some type of farmer's market or local grocery store, getting some fresh produce, and then just chopping away, cutting it up. I typically have a glass of wine with it, so it kind of just calms me. And
kind of helps the cooking.
Oh, yeah.
And then you could put it in there if you need
a little splash. And
a little music.
Exactly,
I like music on when I cook. So.
Yeah, a little music in the background, a little country music, kind of soothing, glass of wine, and just anything fresh
or
produce.
some Russian ballads.
Yeah, that's
sounds so relaxing. I don't know.
Well, that's a whole other night. You have to get a bottle of vodka if you want to do Russian style, and just that's too intense for me.
So, what do you like to do for fun?
Oh goodness, I like to be a little artsy. I'm a people person, so I gain my energy back when I'm around others and we're out doing something fun. But art is the one thing that no matter how long I'm by myself, I can do that and enjoy it. So I like that. But I feel like I'm a pretty spontaneous person. I love road trips. I'm always up for a road trip.
Road trip.
Yeah,
Have
this
you done any
semester.
recently?
No, but
Not
this
yet?
semester I have been planning with my roommate like all of these little checklist ones I want to do in California, so like Yosemite and Big Sur and Sequoia
really
National Park, so little ones like that we're trying to squeeze in before
What's been your
graduation.
favorite road trip?
Just this past summer, I did a drive from here back to Colorado, and it was my first time driving through Southwest Colorado. So
alone?
getting to see, I had a friend with me.
Okay. All right.
And so I just got to see, it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and stopping through some national parks and just to see what, we have an amazing amount of diversity in the landscape in this country. So it was cool to just get to walk around and see it, and it makes a road trip a lot more fun when you get to go walk in cool places like that. And you're just like, I was just like staring out the window, drooling at all the waterfalls and everything that we got to see.
How long does that take to get to Colorado driving?
I
With all the
guess it
stops
depends.
and all the fun things to do.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the route that you take. That one is about 17 or 18 hours. But if you go like the south through New Mexico, which is not as nice to me, that one you can do it in about 15 hours. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have like a road trip that you've always wanted to take, like somewhere specifically, or are you pretty open to wherever?
I'd really like to go through the South. So to see, I've been to Tennessee before, but I've never been, like I'd love to go to New Orleans and maybe,
yeah.
That's what
I'll join you for that one.
There you go. We'll go together.
my grandpa is Cajun, and so he's like,
really?
Yeah, so he makes beignets, and my grandma makes gumbo, and so that's
Really?
fun. So just to get to
They have the
go
best spices,
have that
too.
there. Yes,
Oh,
they
their
do.
spice
Do you have it
combos.
with the roux and the shrimp and unboiled sausages and the crab and all
Yes,
that?
yeah, it's
Oh
so
my
I'm getting hungry now.
so
I
good.
know.
I know.
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I always
yeah.
crave grandma's gumbo when I'm here. She came and visited last year and brought like a little frozen bag of it for me, and it was like the best treat she could have
Jennie and
brought.
I want to come over.
To both of your houses, you can make us some food.
Yeah.
Grandpa can make us some
I want my grandma to cook for
Yeah, I'll
me
join you
too.
for that any day. Yeah. Sounds perfect.
So, you know, as you look ahead, you know, 10 or 15 years from now, where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing? What would you have liked to have accomplished as you look back over your life?
Ooh, 15 years is a long time. It's a lot of stuff can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully family will be a good one. Start my own family within 15 years. Career-wise, I'm actually not 100% sure. I enjoy the white-collar investigations, but there's actually a lot of avenues you can do with that, whether government or more of a law-based or more of an accounting-based. So I don't know.
Be like Secret Service, FBI in 15 years. We won't really be allowed
But
to
we
know
won't
what
know.
he does at that point. Yeah. Like, well, I can neither confirm nor deny.
That's
So-
right. That's right. That's right.
Your haircut will fit in perfect.
Yeah, I'm already prepared. Got the clean chop in the back.
I don't know though, if you speak Russian and you're, you know, working with the government, we'll see.
Yeah, I've
some
looked into
undercover.
that route, so
undercover
they want
on
a
that.
little work experience. I'll have fun in LA working for the firm and
Yeah.
just enjoy that and then see what pops up, see what opens. Yeah.
How about you long term? Have you thought about that?
Gosh, I don't know what will happen in that time. I'm kind of like Matt. I would love to have like a family by then and kind of be established a little bit on my own. But I also would really like to have traveled a lot more places by that point. Maybe like Matt, I'm envious that you got to be somewhere so long. I think that would be really a cool experience to get to live in another country for such
It's
a long
eye-opening,
time.
I'd say. I mean, yours was
No,
probably more eye-opening than mine, but that extra time you really can immerse yourself even more and really see how they live.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I never had to flip a fuse box and
Yeah, that was.
In Russia, in the dark.
Yeah.
Don't want to relive that one.
Exactly. So I'm not sure where, but just as I want to feel like I have a strong purpose, whatever I'm doing. So I'm open. I want just adventure. I'm up for adventure.
Yeah. Well, you know, we know that wherever you go and whatever you do, you're going to be successful.
Yes.
We know that.
Thank you, yeah.
So,
Thank you guys.
Hopefully we'll make you proud.
Oh, you will. You already have. But thank you for joining us today on Journey for Success.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us on Journey for Success.